Oh, it says recording.
Can you hear that?
It's very quiet.
Did you get that?
Still going.
Still going, man.
It's really loud here. I don't know how.
It's just like average here.
It's average. I have to turn it down. I can't. I'm wearing headphones and I can't.
Welcome to the Downloads Podcast.
That's right. It's the Doncast.
It is. It's I think what is this, the fourth installment? Chapter 4?
That's right. Episode 4.
Chapter-sode. Yes, here we go.
Jacob Snyder on the line in Bennington, Vermont.
And I got Chris Smith over there in Colorado.
That's
Trinidad,
right.
Colorado.
High desert. Hi, desert.
Hi.
That's what you say every morning.
Hello. Hello there. This is going great.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, I can tell. So we are explaining ourselves in the history of the Don Loans Project. Previous episodes, we discussed origin stories, Days of Org.
Mm-hmm.
And we discussed Don Loans Project Volume 1.
Over 2 episodes. It took that long.
Well, it took that little.
Oh, well, yeah.
Some have explained much more than we have. But here, we're moving right through. And tonight, we start on the Don Loans Project Volume 2, as released in 2004. Available to you on YouTube, elsewhere on this channel.
If you're listening to the sound of our voices, you're not that far away.
That's right. That's right. You could spend most of the rest of your life listening to the Don Loans Project on YouTube at this point.
I know I have.
Well, none of us know how much we do have left.
Oh, no, it's over.
It's over?
I'm calling it. I called it.
If
This is the afterlife.
Oh no.
Oh, sure.
If you've got the next 8 to 14 days free, I recommend starting from the beginning and listening to this podcast. Did you know the Don Loans Project Volume 2 has 203 views?
Really?
On YouTube? That means that it's been consumed that many times.
That's amazing to me. I don't think in all the years we've had anything on YouTube, we've had that many likes cumulatively on anything.
Well, just wait. We have video.
Oh, you got stats? You got stats?
Oh, dude, later in the catalog, some people have listened to us thousands of times. Or
really?
It was more than one person. Thousands.
There's one dude out there who's like, I can't get enough of that Steely Dan, man. I love that shit.
They might be out there. We can't know.
Well, they're definitely out there if they're listening to it.
What I do know is we all have time for this.
Yeah, so take the time to make the time to get acquainted.
Speaking of time, check this out. The description of the YouTube channel says ... written and recorded between 2003 and 2005.
Okay.
The title of the playlist says the Don Loans Project Volume 2, 2004. Smack dab in the middle of the projected range of creativity.
So that implies some kind of time travel, I guess.
I mean, we have tried to pinpoint our times.
I'd say that's right. I think.
Which one?
Exactly. I think because there were some early things that didn't make it to DLP 1, or maybe came out in 2003 after DLP 1 that didn't make it on there, that then were like backlogged, that got pushed into the next one.
I'm surprised whoever wrote the description of the playlist.
It was you.
Well, not only does it say written and recorded between 2003 and 2005, semicolon, originally released in limited edition in 2006.
Really?
Well, that's not true.
How is that possible?
We burned a new version of this album every 8 days or so. I mean,
sometimes every 2 days.
I think these discrepancies, I'm going to clear them up. I'm going to declare 04.
I'm going to go 04. Yeah.
Yeah. This album was released and complete in this version in 04. And then the best of, because we knew some of this was not our best.
And then we'd done other stuff, but we also reworked a bunch of these tracks. Some got brand new recordings even. Yeah. So best of, that's down the line. That's actually after this, I think.
Right. And I think that was 05.
Yeah. We're going to breeze through best of, I think. That's going to go quick.
I haven't heard that in years. Right now, are you ready for Don Lone's Project Volume 2, track 1?
Let's can we give just a little bit more heads up on where we were, what this is? Okay.
Where were we and what is this?
Right. That's what I was getting at. So over the last 2 episodes, we covered DLP 1, 2003. And I think at the tail end of that, we were just really starting to get into a groove on some of our regular get-togethers, and we're starting to we were starting to develop sort of a process or some different processes. So, and I think that shows up a lot in DLP 2. And a lot of things get better. There was the gear acquisition started to get out of control.
Well,
around this time,
quite out of control at this point.
No, but you'd been bit. Everyone had been bit, so it was. There was,
and by everyone.
Oh, I made $200 last week at the hardware store. I just bought a $500 amp. Yeah,
right. Right. Check out this new 24-channel snake that I think I need. Yeah.
I only have an 8-channel mixer, but now I have this 24-channel snake.
Oh, and the mixers and
all the mixers. Oh, and
keyboards.
But I think you and I know we got a lot better at utilizing the recording software. We're really starting to dig our heels in on some of that stuff with some of the effects and just getting better captures of recordings too, I think.
Right.
I think that shows up a lot in here, and sometimes it still sounds like ass, but we'll let the listener be the judge.
Well,
so how are we going to do this? We're going to do.
Let's just do track. We're doing track one.
So as they appear on the YouTube playlist, they all appear with track numbers but not names. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to play a version of Name That DLP2 tune.
Right. Someone was very ornery when they posted this because they fucked with the dates and they messed with all these track names. But here's
what do you mean?
Well, I don't know. It's just inaccurate. It could have been more accurate.
Mine don't have any names. They just say numbers, I think.
That's what I'm saying. There's no.
Oh, that sounds good.
Fantastic guitar.
That is good guitar. I gotta say that it's a lot more present, the music, than it has been in my phones.
Well, it's because we were getting better.
No, I mean, however we're doing it now.
No, I mean, we are getting better. Our senses.
Oh, yeah.
That keyboard I can sense is pretty bad.
That's a good keyboard. All right, let's take a break right there.
Yeah, it's a B part. That's a B part.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of this track.
What? B part?
No, it said it right there. That weird voice. It said abutments.
Ah, you're right.
So I'm thinking that's the name of this track.
Because it's about the final flood was coming, et cetera, et cetera.
Another one of our apocalyptic genre.
Well, and disgustingly apocalyptic. I would later, not that many years later, live in a house on a road.
In a house on a road.
There was a flood, and the flood took the bridge, and all we were left with.
Technically, there was always a flood in that house because didn't the water run underneath the floor?
But we're talking about a flood that, like, I could not drive my car.
Well, that was
Tropical Storm Irene. But we wrote this song, like 8 years before the final flood was coming.
Yeah, we wrote it here in Bennington. I remember writing it.
And we had a child's drum set.
Not yet.
Well, we had a drum set. There's drums here.
Yeah, but yes, it was the original version of the child's drum set.
Right.
It wasn't the outfitted one with cymbals from the guy I used to work at the hardware store.
Right. No. We'll get to that.
Dan Pine cymbals.
Yeah, we'll get to the Dan Pine cymbal phase of life. But right now, halfway through the song Abutments, and we break into this bluegrass kind of thing.
That's coming in now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit.
Yeah, give us a context. Yeah.
Because, the split between parts A and B is a computer voice or your voice or voice changer saying the word abutments.
I think it's voice changer. And what's cool, though, well, I'll let it play.
You hear your guitar, man? Listen to that.
Picking away.
Everything's happy around, so they say. We're all wet now and far, far away.
That's my favorite line.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one too, though.
And it was muddy, but we stayed anyway.
Powerful deliveries. I know.
Everything's happy underground, so they say.
This is a nice little song that is not the first part of the song.
No, and this is a nice little nod to another song. So.
Right. Ben Folds Underground.
Yeah.
There's a big ending.
Everything's happy underground, so they say. Everything's happy underground, so they say.
Beautiful. See, that's pretty good. That's a strong first track.
Well, I think that's why we put it as track number 1.
Right, but I think big juxtaposition with DLP-1, not just in terms of strategy of tracks on the album and how they appear, but the content.
I'm not sure I could sing your guitar licks in there. No,
I think I could do it.
No, I mean a tempo, dude. I mean it was crazy fast.
That's not that fast. It's B grade flat picking trickery.
You give yourself not.
I got a B. That's pretty good for me. That's
well,
but I think compositionally that's a pretty good track. Where we were joking last episode about here comes another B part, and here's one that's got a B part where, yeah, it's a straight up totally different thing that happens, but I
lyrically,
think it works. Lyrically, I'm not going to go there. But in terms of the music and how it gets from one place to another, it works pretty good. And also, you can hear our utilization of more editing and effects.
Right,
because
there's a little reverso.
For 3 beats of reverse, abutments. Which is that's pretty. I listen to that.
That's what the people want.
Abutments. That should be the jingle for this.
That's very
this
nice.
episode.
What the people also want is good advice on how to go underground to avoid it.
It was muddy, but we stayed anyway.
Literally,
man.
Like that's.
But here's another song that's trying to tell us something and it tells us absolutely nothing.
Descriptive advice. All right, now we got to move along. We got track 2.
Okay, track 2. Let's do it.
I wonder what it is. Hold on, here it is.
I'll try to condense my talking points. I know we got a lot to get
through.
No,
well, Oh,
I know what this is.
Sweet memories. Oh yeah.
Machine is something else. It's just something else. As a matter of fact, 1 hour ago, I rehearsed.
There's a cymbal.
Brand new tunes that I've used and I've put together from your machine. And I'll tell you, I just can't say enough about it. It's just fantastic. Just fantastic. You've saved me so much trouble and
so much trouble.
And it goes over fantastic.
Oh.
That has nothing to do with you.
Sure.
I can still play that auto harp part.
Did we even attempt to tune that thing to anything, or did we just go like?
No. I can tell you that I was playing the auto harp at the time viciously, and I was blowing away the felt pads.
I thought you were going to say the audience.
Oh yeah, audiences far and wide,
blowing them away.
On either side of Route 30 were amazed to see me roll up in my Buick and play my auto harp.
Yeah, from the river bend.
I'll tell you, this music is very, very tied to that area for me. I hear this and I simply think of Brattleboro to Manchester, Manchester to Bennington.
Yeah.
And because I would put it on CDs and listen to it.
That was always the thing when you're going to the other guy's house. You got to put on the last disc and rock out to it, man. So what did we hear in there? We got auto harp. We got vocal.
Cymbal.
Bass.
We had a cymbal because we knew we had a band.
Right. Yeah.
There's this electric guitar solo. Nice.
It's hard to hear again on this end. That's better.
Cumbersomely. I'll say.
Greatest solo ever.
Hammond chord organ.
With some kind of effects.
Yeah, it's got a
phaser. In the chopper.
All right, we'll save the man's outro for a moment.
Okay, so the chopper.
Why? I don't know.
This
man.
song's called The Chopper.
Yeah.
Well, I had a thing that we bought from the grocery store that was like a. Do you remember those infomercials for the slap chop?
Yeah.
It slices, it dices, does your taxes. You know, it's like a cup. It's like a inverted cup. Then blades come down from the top as you push down a plunger.
Like a magic bullet.
There you go.
I think I had one.
Yeah, I think you might have, but I had just gotten mine. As you know, they tell you should never buy like cooking utensils or anything from the grocery store,
right?
Because they're such junk. And that's where I got my chopper. But I don't know if it came from that or what, but I do remember getting that around that time.
And so we write
Oddly
the song. And, you know, we did write the lyrics and the words. I mean, the lyrics and the chords at the same time.
Yeah. And then, we wrote this one in Newfane.
Right.
Yeah.
At
your place.
We left most of the verse.
The old lady banging on the floor. Quiet down.
She would stomp on the floor no matter what we did. And we're down there. I used to put things in the chopper.
She's back, man. She stomp on the floor just to make a sound.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. So then we had the verse parts empty, and it was a recording from some sort of device that would remove the vocals from a recording. That's what this was. That man is talking about this device where he put.
Yeah, that's right.
Show.
That's right. That's what
saved me so much time.
Yeah, because you didn't have to re-record it.
I could do without the chopper chorus and just have him talk. And you wonder, like, what kind of chopper is that auto harp? Because it died.
I just plain dig it.
Yeah, here you go. Here he is. That's right.
Tonight I compared what I had been doing for 2 years, putting together a show for 2 years. And I compared it just sound-wise with your machine. And there's no comparison. It's putting my whole act together and getting it down to where it's more than acceptable. It's exciting. That's about all I can say about it. It's exciting. And it works. And I dig it. I just plain dig it.
Resounding corporate endorsement.
I know.
I fucking love it. And that became a joke for years too.
Right.
All of those things. It works. It's right.
It goes over fantastically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's very orchestral, the mix. It's very strange how much verb there is. It's kind of a wall of sound.
Yeah, it is got the Spectre treatment, but I love that organ solo. It is so good.
You know what I like about it?
Wow.
It would not be entertaining to me if it wasn't for your contrary bass. Boom, 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 boom. That's friggin' great, man. It goes through the whole thing.
I think it helped carry the tempo because there wasn't much other rhythm going on. We ended up doing that a lot with the bass, especially in these early days because we didn't have any drums.
Well, but we
were just starting to use electronic drums.
I think that might be a child cymbal.
Well, I think it's an individual child cymbal, like the one you get in the kit that's got the wooden knob you hold on and then you hit it with something. Right.
The Sesame Street drum set. I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So see, that's what we were up to. Track three. It's a short one.
We did a lot of more short things than this, which was good.
No B part.
Me or Dave is afraid.
Yes.
Me or Dave fears. Me or Dave is afraid. Me or Dave fears. But Dave doesn't get afraid of nothing much. He sits down when he eats his lunch. Me or Dave is afraid something's got to give. Is it Dave? Is it me? Is it me? Is it Dave? Is it you and me? Is it Dave? Is it me? Is it Dave? Nobody knows. Is it Dave? Is it me? Is it Dave? Nobody knows. Is it Dave? Is it me? Or is it Dave? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Wow.
There you go. Nobody
Dude.
knows.
That's fantastic. That's called Me and Dave.
I think it's Me or Dave.
Me or Dave is afraid. No.
I'm going to go with Me or Dave is afraid. What'll be fun is that at the end of this, I do have that copy of the CD with all the actual track titles.
Oh, save that for a later episode.
No. I'm just saying at some point, well, we should put them up against what our guesses are.
Right.
And see if we came close. So I think this one's called Me or Dave.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
And
That's a good one.
I think you had a drum set. This is all you.
That's right. This another. We talked about it on the last episode, but we would start to a tradition where whatever project we were doing, we would each do at least, I think, what is it, 1 or 2 solo tracks?
Oh yeah, because
Or
you
something
know,
like
keep the
that.
wheels churning, and then
Yeah.
best of solo is submitted for the Don Loans approval. But
Well, and always a good thing to like come with more tunes when the other guy comes over, because you can either decide to, rework them, or, it ends up being, they're always Don Loans tunes, but,
Right.
whether it's yours or someone else's is all dependent about how much work you've done on it.
right. Well,
Yeah.
that track, I got to ask you, how many guitars?
2 guitars, bass,
Plus
and
some extra
drums.
solo guitar.
No, same tracks.
No.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, those are the same tracks.
I think you overdubbed the solo.
No, those are the same tracks.
You played that solo live? That was a crazy solo.
Well, at least on one of the tracks I did.
I mean, it's really outlandish. And your bass line is very nice and chromatic, like a talking heads. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, it kicks right along, I think, but
and the drumming, the fills, it was very good. Oh, I was thinking of the hits in the between. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's got a little slowness to it.
Yeah, I don't even. What is that song about? I don't even know. I think that was.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It was only a minute 35, which is nice. Are you ready for track 4?
I am.
It's fun, man. There's a lot of material suddenly.
Oh, we're getting right through it, man. We're doing good here. Keep them coming.
Before I forget.
Oh!
Wow. I really appreciate you meeting me so much.
Rupert Pupkin.
I know how busy you are and how tired you are. I'm asking you to take over the show for 6 weeks. I mean, what's 6 weeks?
I'll give you anything, but don't ask me to do 6 weeks. I can't take over the show for 6 weeks. I can't even take over my own life for 6 weeks. And you're asking me to do something that's
Impossible.
Coming down here so late. It's impossible. I'm trying to tell you that. What do you want? You want to
All right, let's.
We gotta stop. You gotta
A little
stop.
explanation into this.
I'm gonna let you take. You gotta take the lead on this one.
Sure. You did the last one yourself. I did this one myself, and it's called Rupert Pupkin, a tribute to the king of comedy, the person we are all becoming in our basements. That's it, man.
Yep.
But this track, let's see, it's a MIDI drum track that I wrote, something kind of weird, complex, and then laid these sound clips upon it, and then everything else. Like, I think it was the bass and then some keyboard.
Yep.
Definitely Ikai AX73 doing these big filter sweeps. And yeah, there's some drama to it. Check it out, folks.
But the audio, you gotta explain the samples.
Oh, they're from the scene where Robert De Niro and Jerry Lewis are.
What movie? You never even said the movie.
I did. I said the King of Comedy.
Oh, I thought that was a.
Well, he is the King of Comedy, and the movie King of Comedy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Martin Scorsese. Did you see the movie The Joker?
No, but I've heard a lot of comparisons between the two.
Yeah. It's that De Niro plays Jerry Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
And Rupert Pupkin is the Joker.
Yeah.
And that's about all you need to know. And that's all we need to know from that track. Check it out for yourself, folks.
That's all you're going to play?
Yeah, no, we don't need to. I mean, it's just through the phone.
All right. Yeah.
And they got enough taste. And who knows what
I gotta say, though, just selfishly, that is one of those tracks that if I put it on, it always makes me smile and it always makes me laugh. And all the way the hits come in.
It's impossible.
Mom, what did I try to tell you? Down in the basement. Like you said, he's got that set carved out. So funny. And it always makes me think of Seinfeld, where Kramer bought the old Merv Griffin television set. Old court with that. Now for a commercial break, and he was just in his house. They pulled that directly from that.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was pulled directly from King of Comedy. So,
well, yeah,
good shit, man. That's one of my favorite tracks of yours. Whoa, boy, that's a good one.
People ask me these days, can I have 6 weeks? And I say,
it's impossible.
I can't even take over my own life for 6 weeks. You want me?
What do you want? Tears to come out of my eyes? I know. Just the dialogue is so good.
Well,
moving on. That's so good.
Track 5. It's called.
I know this one.
On time, and never mind if I don't find it funny all the time. Was it worth the price you paid? Twice you paid for it. God knows. Was it worth the time you spent? The money you lent to pay my rent on time. This time we'll never fall behind again. We'll never fall behind on our rent.
Be nice if everything was so short.
Oh man,
Coronavirus
so
could
good.
take a fucking tip from that song.
That's so good. That's one of my favorites.
That was that was one that worked out for sure. That one worked out.
Where were you?
I was paying the rent.
To who?
That was back when I paid rent.
To who exactly? Where?
I don't know, man. I know I was here. I'm trying to remember if we must have been paying rent, or maybe I made it up. I don't.
Yeah, or scenario with rent.
That was. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's hard to say. I think I might have just been like kind of expounding on whatever was going on, and why, however, the rent came up. I don't know, but it did.
That's a great one, man.
Really, not much of a story. I don't think there's much of a story there.
I bet you wrote it very quickly.
Yeah, it didn't take long, but fortunately, the song didn't go very long either.
Nor did the issue.
But some different chords, and a little more thought out melody maybe from some of the stuff I was doing before. So that felt good.
When you sit down and write something like that, you're not thinking about the name of the chord. You're just thinking about the position of your hand and how you're going to slide it up and down and change something.
Well, not sometimes, but a lot of times you get to a place where, you've been playing these whatever sliding around chords, and then you need to get from one place to another, and then you really do have to sit down and think about what you're playing,
Right.
So
right.
Some of the transitions in there are not just, willy-nilly. They're how do you get from one place to another?
No, that's a fantastic song for that reason. You can feel transition in the chords. I am on track.
So that's called You and the Rent.
That's right. That was number 5. Okay. I didn't write down Rupert Pupkin.
Rupert Pupkin.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rupert Pupkin.
What yes, you want tears to come out of my eyes?
Rupert Pupkin. Remember the movie ends like that?
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, because he gets his own show.
Yeah.
That's the name. That is not clever.
There's a number of problems with this song.
I was just going to say, I think this is one we can just cut short. There's a number of problems with this song. However, there is some interesting trivia involved with this song.
It was written in that house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the house that your mom rented.
Right. Oh, and it was in like
your mom
Stratford.
Your mom rents houses.
Yeah. It was in like Stratford, Vermont. It was some vacation house. I think.
Yeah, it had that dirt floor garage we set up in there.
Yeah, I think she won it at a church auction, and I think that you brought your laptop.
I did, with some gear.
And we labored over this song to make it work in a dirt floor.
And had your mom play on it. She plays violin.
Is that what that noise is? No kidding.
That's your mom playing violin.
No offense, Mom. I wondered. Wow, that's
we put a ton of weird effects on it.
Just in what we heard, I was wondering. All right, a little bit.
But
more.
also, your mom plays violin.
It's true. It's true.
I know.
Since you've been back on your meds, you haven't made my list. You haven't made my list. You haven't even kissed. Once in a record store,
Once I had
Oh yeah, it's clearly violin. That's nice. All right, well, there's that.
Yeah, and that's that's a
That's a
it's
rough
got good
one.
trivia, but that's about all it's got. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got like voice changer garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh no, it's this one.
it's a great song.
We're skipping the madrigal though.
And I never plan to go. 'Cause I'm sure they've got it covered. Giant rats in the snow.
That's a good line.
Rats, rats, rats.
Here on the market. Heroes, they say. Oh, you trouble Paris. They'll be there right away.
That's very
Okay, so this one actually I could talk about a little bit.
I'm gonna let you talk over the madrigal.
Okay, you don't have to play the madrigal. I just would prefer that you didn't.
Well,
but this
too bad.
this song, too bad. This song is about it is about a sled. It is about the flyer actually on a plastic sled that I bought from the hardware store I worked at.
And it had two rats on it.
The sled was called the Big Boggin, and it on the little thing they goo up and slap on the sled, the little piece of paper. It had a little picture of two rats riding on the Big Boggin down a hill, and one of them was wearing a coat and the other one was not. and the company that made the sled was called Paris.
Right.
So all of the content that we wrote the lyrics about came from that one sled advertisement.
Right. Heroes, they say.
Yeah, like they were on their way to save the world or something, but
You
only one of
trouble
them
Paris.
had a jacket.
That's right. That's right.
It just goes to show, like, especially in this world of texts and misinterpreted things, that you never know where shit comes from. So
Yeah, no, and that's the song. You trouble Paris.
that's right. That's the name. You trouble Paris.
You heard part A. What you didn't
Don't
hear?
play the madrigal.
No, you didn't hear part B. But do you remember part C? Very few of us remember.
Lionel Richie. That's some good shit.
Here he is with his backing band. Let's get going.
Clap your hands. Let's do some bass tracks.
What a bunch of trash.
Yeah. Donald Duck Dunn on bass.
Oh my God. Oh, the end part here is actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a little talking.
This is good. Yeah. 10 or 12 of it.
What a speech.
So that's just a little bit of what I wanted to say, but I'd like to play you a song now. It's a bit of a story song, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
One,
really.
2, 3. I like that the song ends with the introduction to another song.
Yeah. That's just a little bit about what I wanted to say. Oh,
Back to
man.
another time, which was better.
Yeah. I mean, it's so far afield from the. I mean, it was a pretty involved thing about the rats and the sled and.
Oh my God. And there's the whole madrigal we didn't play. Thank God.
Right. Like, we don't even mention that. And then there's part D where the drum beat is stopped. And there's oohing. And he's talking. And this is just a little bit about what I wanted.
There was a time in my life where I had nothing. That's right. You heard right. Nothing.
Oh, man.
That's
Well,
great.
That was one of the best things.
You Trouble Paris. That's a good song, man. Except for the madrigal.
Yeah, exactly. And many of these songs have a flaw. You realize we're about a third of the way through DLP 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should maybe do one more song and do DLP 2 in 3 parts, as we gave it so much of our life. I mean,
you don't want to keep going?
No, I think this is enough. Then listeners can always hear the next one. We could just record another episode right away.
Oh, okay.
But I think
let's just tackle one more for this one then.
Exactly. Here's track 8, DLP 2. It's coming up.
Yesterday, I saw you for the first time. Yesterday, I saw you for the last time again. I was a platform. She was a driver train.
What the hell's wrong with this song, man?
That's terrible.
Why is it so bad? It's bad like that other one.
It's just bad. It's a bad song.
I saw it rain. Someone somewhere felt the pain.
Yeah,
All
so
right, I'm calling.
you've had enough of that.
I'm pulling a skip. I think that was
We've never
track
gone.
8,
That was track 8.
and it's called Yesterday.
Do you want me to excise it from the album? Do you want me to excise it from the album?
Excise it.
I mean, we could make it disappear and revise history.
No. I think warts and all.
It's definitely one of the wartier.
If you're going to start doing that, then we're going to end up with like 12 tracks on YouTube.
You know what,
can't
folks?
do that.
This podcast has helped us realize that the world is not deserving of these things.
I don't need to listen to this. I was there for this.
No, but
let's pull an alternate. Can we pull an alternate?
No. I think we'll call it there and say Don Lone's Project Volume 2, Episode 1. Well, it's really Episode 4.1.
And we did tracks 1 through 8.
And we did tracks 1 through 8, which are now named. I mean, not on YouTube, but they will be.
We've named them like we're naming a dog, or
that's right,
or a parakeet, or some.
You can be born into this world, but when you're christened and you're given a name, that's this process right here. It's taken years. It's taken 16 years for us to bother, but it's true.
No, we had names then. We forgot about them.
Well, and we never distributed those names to anyone. So the fact that it was called Abutments is good, though we can't pretend like anyone has ever known that.
No. Who would know? How could you know?
Your wife, maybe?
Doubtful.
That would be a funny podcast. As we play Name That Tune, Don Loans.
That would
Name
that would never work.
It would never work. Oh, yeah. I wonder if there's anybody out there that knows our catalog.
I don't know. There might be a few folks out there. If you are one of those folks, let us know.
Yeah, drop us a message.
Yeah, tell us.
Right on YouTube. Leave a comment. You can leave a comment on this.
Like, comment, subscribe.
That's right. Thumbs up to this effort.
Do you want to do awards?
Yes. This podcast, what are you going to give an award to?
For this podcast? Yes. Okay, for the podcast.
Or, anything.
Or, anything. I'm gonna give today's award. I'm giving it to you again.
Oh,
I'm giving you this one. Shades of things to come. I'll probably only give my weekly awards to you. But, no, you are long of vision and swift of foot.
Well, thank you.
And clear of mind, and that shows up in a lot of what's been going on with this podcast lately. So I appreciate that because I just stumbled in here off the street. So.
Hey, thanks, man. Right on. Well, I give my award this week to you and The Rent. Not only do you trouble Paris and you play mean guitar, but we heard the development of some bass tracks, even to some real clunkers of songs that show things to come.
Shades of things to come. Thank you for that. That's much appreciated.
Yeah. So the
2004 me thanks you a lot.
Yeah, if you are a regular listener, you've realized that our last segment is pretty much self-congratulatory.
Hey, thanks to you. No, thanks to you.
What are you going to award me with an award for today?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Oh,
this week at awards.
Jerry Langford style. Well, tune in next time, folks, for more on DLP2, but also imagine the time where there's like 30 episodes of this. And
can you imagine?
Yeah, the time won't be long from now. All right. Cheers to you.
And to you, sir. We have
shit.
Oh, shit.
There's your outro.
There we go. Woo!
Still going.
Still going, man. See you next week, folks.